The NFL draft has officially begun, which means it is time for the second game of our double header for Thursday. We already went through one game, now we got one to go tonight. Of course, it is between two SEC West foes. It's the Ole Miss Rebels against the Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. Let's go and... Okay, what on earth? I hate that it does that. Okay, I hate that it does that. That was not supposed to happen, so there you go, a few seconds of face game there. Anyways, okay. That was not supposed to happen, first of all. Now, of course, we gotta meet the rosters of these guys. Ole Miss, you haven't seen him in a while. So let's go. Seth Smith is at quarterback. Yes, he is the starting quarterback. He's finally back. Fashawn Pearson. And it's Josh. No. Fashawn Pearson is the starting running back, but Jamal Pittman's out. Rick Rossano at fullback. It's Tay Biddle. That's going to be the backup running back for Mr. Pearson. Mike Espy, Bill Flowers, Tay Biddle, Mitch Cruz, Kerry Johnson at wideout. Yeah, Kerry Johnson is the fourth string receiver. Tight ends, Jimmy Brooks and Lawrence Lilly. Offensive line being led by, looks like Marcus Johnson. D ends, Corey Robinson, Shamie Mitchell. D tackles, McKinley Boykin and Michael Bozeman. Ken Bournes, Rob Robertson at outside linebacker. Middle linebackers, Adam Taylor and Ernest Davis. Corners, outside corners, Travis Johnson and Brian Thomas. Nickelback and dimeback, Tavares Horn, Brian Brown. Free safety, Eric Oliver. Strong safety, Calvin Robinson. Jonathan Nichols is the kicker. Cody Ridgway is the punter. And of course, you got to take a look at that Alabama Crimson Tide. Yeah, they sucked in this era until Nick Saban came along. Of course, you got to take a look at the Crimson Tide. Brody Croyle, the starting quarterback for the Tide. Lerone McClain and Ray Hudson are the running back duo. Fullback is not Nick Luke. He's injured, so it's Marcus Martin, the true freshman. Paul McKay is still injured for the season. So it's Thurman Ward, Tyrone Glenn, Lewis Garrett, Mark Cooper as the receiving core. Tight end, you got Grant McLean and Clint Johnston. Offensive line, really good offensive line actually, led by Justin Smiley, the first team All-American. The preseason first team All-American, should I say. Todd Bates and Kyle Tatum are the DNs. D tackles, Ahmad Childress and Taylor Britt. Outside linebackers, D'Amico Ryans and McCarson. Freddie Roach and Corey Shelton at middle linebacker. Anthony Madison, Charlie Pepra at outside corners. Nickelback is Ramsey Robinson, dimeback Matt Warren. Mark Gonzalez, true freshman, is the free safety, and Chris James, redshirt senior, strong safety. Kicker Shannon Hobbs, and Bo Freeland is the punter for today's game. For the next game, should I say. So here we go. Those are your rosters for this game in the SEC. Ole Miss taking on Alabama, two SEC West teams who are kind of struggling in conference play at the moment. We already saw Ole Miss play against Wisconsin, sort of. And Alabama, we saw them play a couple SEC games against Arkansas and Georgia. No alternates for Alabama. None for Ole Miss either. Okay, well, looks like we're getting straight into it. Here we go. 3-3 for Ole Miss, 1-1 in conference play. Bama's 4-3 with 1-2 conference record. Alabama's actually one of the top teams that were not ranked. They were actually a dark horse to win the SEC. So that could be very interesting when we get there. So here we go, Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. For this SEC West matchup between the Ole Miss Rebels, who are 3-3, and the Crimson Tide of Alabama, who are 4-3. I will keep y'all informed of any draft picks that happen while this thing is going on. Spoiler, it's probably going to be half of the draft. Oh yeah, and the Raiders are on the clock. So here come the Alabama Crimson Tide. For those who already missed it, I am Tepper Price, commentating on every single game solo. Of course, you see the SEC West standings. LSU lost in SEC games, so Alabama's 1-2 and currently 5th. But at the time, they were dead last in the conference in the SEC West. Excuse me. Of course, you got LaRon McClain at running back for Alabama, 600 yards, 5 touchdowns the rest of the season. He's having a good year right now. It's just the defense. Defense plays well from time to time, but the offense on the passing game, not so much. I think Mike Shula has always been a defensive coach. So here we go, man. Yeah, the Raiders are on the clock. They got a big decision to make. Who do they take with the first overall pick? This game is about to get started between Ole Miss and Alabama. I'm just turning off the song on the game. So here we go. This game is about to get set. Ole Miss to kick off to start the first half. So Alabama receives to start the game. It's Jonathan Nichols, excuse me, to kick the football. Anthony Madison tried to pepper it back to return. And this SEC West contest is underway. So here we go. Anthony Madison back to return this opening kickoff, and he takes it to the 22-yard line. So now here come the offense for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Brody Croyle, he's struggling this season so far. Does have 1,000 yards passing, but 7 touchdowns to 7 picks. Ouch. Must suck not to have Paul McKay out there. So for Alabama, as far as impact players, it's the dual threat running backs, Ron McClain and Ray Hudson. McClain is on the outside. Watch out with a blocker there. Decent run to start the game. It's actually a first down, but one problem. There's a holding call on the Tide. Clint Johnston, the backup tight end, gets a holding call. Raiders are still on the clock. Impact players for Alabama, of course, is the dual-headed running back, like I said. Ole Miss's defense headed by McKinley Boykin on the D-line and Eric Oliver in the secondary. So 1st and 19 after the penalty. Croyle, drop it back to throw, right side, caught. He'll be just short of the first down, but nice completion. That one to a true freshman, Lewis Garrett, making the grab. Looks like it's a yard short of the first down, so 2nd down for Alabama. 2nd and 2, excuse me. So 17-yard completion. Pretty good start for Brody Croyle. They have one of the worst offenses in the country headed into this game. But Brody Croyle looks a little better from that first pass. LaRon McClain easily gets the first down to the 35-yard line. That was way too easy, especially with the offensive line like that. It was just a shame the backup tight end decided to get a holding call. So yeah, Raiders are still on the clock. I'm not sure what's taking them so long. Come on. This pick should be easy, and apparently the Raiders, of course, it's always the Raiders that keep on deciding, keep on overthinking it. McClain in motion on first down. Draw play. LaRon McClain just going to get one this time on the ground. This time brought down. That was Michael Bozeman, one of the redshirt junior D tackles for Ole Miss. It actually was no gain on that play. I thought it was maybe a yard, but 2nd down to 10. Now in the ace for Alabama, it's Tyrone Glenn in motion. Toss. And now an end around. Watch out. Thurman Ward back to throw, but he is taken down from behind by Travis Johnson. That is a big loss for Alabama. And now it's going to be 3rd and a country mile for the Tide. Oh, yeah, and the pick is in for the Raiders. They finally got the pick in. So the Jets are now on the clock. Croyle on 3rd and long. Lofter deep. Almost had Tyrone Glenn. Good coverage by Johnson. Alabama has the punt. Oh, the play calling screwed them on that opening drive. So Bo Freeland, excuse me, has to punt this away to Ole Miss. And back to return for the Rebels is Mike Espy. Rough start for the Tide. They did get a first down, but drive ended up being a goose egg, and Freeland punts this out of bounds. 2.5 minutes already gone by in the first quarter. Ole Miss is led by Seth Smith. Not nearly as talented as Brody Royal, but still a solid season, I guess, for Ole Miss standards after Eli Manning graduated or left the draft. 900 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 picks on 53 of 124. They haven't announced the pick yet. I guess they're in commercial break. Here's a run up the gut. Oh no, the pick is in. Pearson gets the carry for a couple yards. First pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback of Indiana. So yes, the Raiders do pick Mendoza. It's a 4-yard gain for Sean Pearson on the first carry. Second down and 6 for Sean Pearson. Or no, it's the dual threat at wideout. Mike Espy above Flowers that are the impact players. That pass knocked away. It's Mike Espy and Bill Flowers. Those are the impact players on the offense for Ole Miss. That pass was knocked away by Chris James. The impact players for Alabama is Ahmad Childress on the D-line and Freddie Roach in the linebacker core. 3rd and 6 for Ole Miss. That is Jimmy Brooks in motion on 3rd and 6. Smith looking over the middle, it's dropped. I think Bill Flowers dropped the ball this one. So 3 and out for Ole Miss. Alabama forces a punt already. So both drives resulting in nothing. For both opening drives resulting in goose eggs. 3 minutes already into the first quarter. Yeah, so the Jets are on the clock. Fernando Mendoza was selected. That punt is going to go to the end zone by Cody Ridgeway. Alabama will take over at the 20. Over 3 minutes into the first quarter. Both opening drives resulted in duds. So first down, Alabama. On their second drive of the game. As they trips on the left side of the top of the screen. This first down play. It's an empty look. Royal looking left side. Air mailed this pass. Went for Mark Cooper. But that was way overthrown. Not a good start right now for both offenses. I mean, Bama had a solid run game in the opening drive, but just couldn't get a first down because of penalties. And also bad trick play call. 2nd and 10, Tyrone Glenn in motion. Play clock at 3. Play fake to play. Here's Royal thrown deep. Knocked away. Nice play by the free safety. That time it was Eric Oliver who batted it away. Thurman Ward the intended target. That was a play fake to McLean. Deep shot. Doesn't go for a first at all. So it's 3rd down and 10. Eric Robinson, true freshman strong safety, is in motion. Royal dropping back. He's looking right side, and it's dropped. Dropped again. Thurman Ward, the intended target. You see Utah State winning by 1 point over North Texas, and Stanford winning over Wazoo to go to 5-2. I think Stanford might be one of the more shocking teams to be doing this good. I mean, they had a strong showing against Florida, and I guess it did translate. So punt by Bo Freeland. This time not punted out of bounds. SB past midfield. Past the 45 and promptly tackled there. Some good field position for Ole Miss as they take the field. Yeah, Stanford is 5-2 now, 2-1 in conference play, which is nuts. And of course, SEC standings. Bama came into this game dead last. Ole Miss comes into this game 4th in the conference. We're really tied for 2nd at the moment. Here is Seth Smith on the option. No chance. Brought down by the dime bat, Matt Warren. The pick is in for the Jets. Brandon Mendoza was selected number 1. See who the Jets took with the number 2 pick. Alabama's defense ranks in the top 10 in yards allowed. So that's pretty good for Bama. 2nd to 13 after the loss on the option. Brooks goes in motion. High formation. Handoff goes to the fullback. Rossano not going much of anywhere. Nice play defensively by Bama. That time it was Kyle Tatum. And 2nd overall pick is David Bailey, edge defender out of Texas Tech. Wow. So it's not Bain or Reese. It's Bailey from Texas Tech. It's 3rd and 11. Seth Smith over the middle. That's a completion. Mike Espy with the catch in traffic. And it's going to be a first down for Ole Miss. Inside the 30 at the 29, maybe the 28. Now the Cardinals are on the clock after the Jets just took David Bailey. Cardinals have the 3rd overall pick. It'll be interesting to see if they trade or not. Here goes Pearson on the run. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. D'Amico Ryans, the Houston Texans' current coach. Yep, the current coach of the Houston Texans used to play for Alabama. Fun fact. 2nd and 10 for Ole Miss. Shotgun playing. Smith drop it back. In trouble, he's sacked. That's a big loss. And back there to take him down was Todd Bates, the senior defensive end. 3rd down and a country mile for Ole Miss. 3rd and 21. A very tough 3rd down. 4 receivers spread out across the field. Smith looking for time. And this pass is dropped. Yikes. Dropped this time by Kerry Johnson, 5th-year senior. So despite the good field position, Ole Miss is looking to kick a field goal. No way, right? No way this isn't a fake. This is from 56 yards. Okay, Jonathan Nichols back to kick. For 56 yards. Nope, it is a fake. It's a throw. And that is knocked away. Alabama takes over. Gutsy call by Ole Miss and David Cutcliffe. But that pass was nowhere near the marker. And Alabama takes over. Should have thrown to the tight end. He was open. Tight end Brooks had a shot at it, but they didn't throw his way. 1st and 10, Alabama. Minute 15 to go in the first quarter. Late fade to McClain. Croyle looking deep in traffic. It's incomplete. Not a smart decision there by Brody Croyle. Results in 2nd and 10. Minute and 11 to go in the first quarter. Is second down and 10 after the incompletion. Handoff goes to McLean. Goes up the middle, up the gut. It's a couple of yards, and third down coming up for Alabama. I mean, what a great viewing experience. You can watch this game, but also watch the draft. That's actually pretty fun. The ultimate viewing experience, you know what I mean? Third down and 6 after the 4-yard run by LeRon McLean. Throw it, drop it back. Nice protection. Fires. Completes it to Greg McLean. But he is stopped short of the first down marker. Brought down by Bryant Thomas, one of the redshirt junior corners for Ole Miss. Now the pressure's really on Arizona because New York Jets decided to take David Bailey from Texas Tech instead of Bain or Reese. Cardinals pick is in. SB is brought down immediately on the punt return at the 16-yard line. Eric Robinson, the true freshman. Tennessee Titans are on the clock. Arizona Cardinals pick is in. See who they take. Did they take offensive line, or did they take one of the edge defenders that I just decided not to take? Seth Smith on a QB draw. Oh, hit hard. And there was a flag as well. It's going to be holding on Ole Miss. Half distance to the goal on that holding call. That one went against. Ooh, I don't even. Is that Sanders? Oh no, it was Bonds. It was holding on Ole Miss. End of the first quarter, no score. Oh, okay, so it was Tony Bonds who got the holding call. Okay. So first and 18 off the holding call as we start the second quarter. No score for either team after one. Handoff goes to Rashawn Pearson. What a move! And he's only going to get a few yards. Brought down this time by Abad Childress. They still have yet to announce Arizona's pick. Tennessee Titans are still on the clock. Second and 16 for Ole Miss after the 2-yard run by Pearson. Alphabet already got by in the second quarter. Looks like an ace formation for the Rebels. And they'll throw out of it. Seth Smith looking deep left side, and he's got a man. It's SB. First down, Rebels. Oh my goodness. Wow. Arizona took Jeremiah Love, running back out of Notre Dame. Interesting. They don't go offensive tackle. They go running back. Jeremiah Love is headed to the desert. They just got. Oh, Seth Smith looking deep again. He's got SB again at the 31. First down, Ole Miss. Guys, Cardinals have James Conner on the running back room. They also signed Tyler Algier this offseason. That is a very interesting pick by Arizona. I mean, it's best player available situation, but this early? Wow. First and 10. Seth Smith looking over the middle. Pass caught. Ooh, big hit by Freddie Roach. That was a big hit. Tay Biddle was the one who made the catch. That's a good completion. Oh my goodness, the Cardinals screwed over the Titans now. This is an interesting pick by Arizona. Because I just said the Cardinals have James Conner still on their running back room, and they just signed Algier. Did this last offseason. Here's Vashawn Pearson off the middle, and he's got a first down. Breaking tackles inside the 15 at the 12. First down, Rebels. I'm not going to lie. Running back at 3. First off, your best quarterback is Jacoby Brissett. Second of all, well, I mean, because there weren't many good quarterbacks to begin with besides Mendoza. Second off, offensive line should have been your number 1 need. But of course it wasn't. That's Vashawn Pearson for a decent run on first down. Very interesting. It was best player available, but was it worth it? Guess we'll have to see. So now they got to deal with a 3-back package between James Conner, Tyler Algier, and now Jeremiah Love. That's going to be interesting. Second and 7. Drop it back to Smith. Looking right side. Overthrown, nearly picked. Charlie Pepra almost had himself an INT. That one intended for the running back, Vashawn Pearson. So now the Titans are in panic mode because of Jeremiah Love being picked. They're probably going to have to get Bainer Reese now. Third and 7. Smith looking over the middle. Pass caught. Touchdown. It's Flowers. And that's the first touchdown of the game. Ole Miss strikes first. Nice throw from Seth Smith over the middle. That's the first scoring toss of the game. Jonathan Nichols to kick the extra points. Michael Spurlock is the holder. And the snapper is Tony Bonds. This to put it a 7-0 ball game, and it goes through. So 7-0 Ole Miss. Titans pick is in. If you're watching on TV, you're probably ahead of CBS Sports. I think the half of the draft is probably going to go by the time this game wraps up. Unless somehow this game goes to overtime. I'm not banking on it, but it would be actually interesting to see an overtime game here. Ole Miss strike it first with a big touchdown. Now Alabama must respond. Kick goes to the 2-yard line. Taken by Pepra. Oh, and a big hit at the 18-yard line. Who was it? Oh my goodness, that was Mr. Ernest Davis, 6'1" junior. Tennessee Titans, they have yet to announce the pick. Or at least on the CBS app. Probably the pick's probably already been announced by now. Croyle looking left side on first down. That one completes. That's Tyrone Glenn on the pass. 93 passing yards for Ole Miss. In this first half, 26 for Alabama. Second down for the Crimson Tide. It's a 5-yard completion to Tyrone Glenn. Second and 5. Here are the ace formation for Bama. Playing in the backfield, he gets the toss. And what a spin move! He's going to get the first down of the toss. Nice run for LaRon McClain. That picks up a big first down for Alabama. Tennessee Titans, Follett. Whoa, Carnell Tate. Tennessee Titans selects wide receiver Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Yeah, that Jeremiah Love pick by Arizona threw everything off. So first and 10 after a nice run by McClain, they give it back to him. Oh, running a man over. But didn't get down by the second guy. Gets like, what, 2 yards? Rob Robertson was there for the tackle. Okay, I see you, Mr. LaRon McClain, running somebody over. Giants now on the clock. Oh, wow. The best receiver went off the board. Well, the first receiver went off the board. Uh-oh. Play fade by Croyle. Oh, my goodness. That was a screenplay. And, oh, no. Brody Croyle is injured. That's their best quarterback. Okay, so now comes Adam Riggs, the second best quarterback in the class. 6'2" freshman. Not true freshman from Sheffield, Alabama. That is not good for Alabama fans. They know Croyle is so important to this football team. So 3rd and 9 for Riggs. He's a lefty. Here's a drop back. Fires over the middle. That's complete. Nice throw by Adam Riggs. That one complete for a first down, 28 yards. Maybe not even half of the draft is going to get done. Maybe, because of how slow it's going. Or is that just me? 28-yard completion to Tyrone Glenn. That's his second catch at the bowl game. Now at the 40-yard line, here comes Alabama. Play fake. Riggs looking over the middle. Another completion. This one to Thurman Ward. And it's right at the marker. They may give him forward progress. And that's going to be 1st and 10. It indeed is at the 30. And strained shoulder out for the game. So we're going to see Adam Riggs for the rest of the game. Because of Brody Croyle strained shoulder. That sucks. Here goes LaRon McClain on the right side. No gain. Brought down quickly by Ole Miss. That was Bryant Thomas. We got him down for no gain. Pick is in for the Giants. After the Titans selected Cardinal Tate. 2nd and 10, minute 20 to go in the first half. Draw play to LaRon McClain. He's going to get a few yards. Looks like he got 2. 3rd down coming up. Not many carries in the ground game, but now 3rd and 8. It's been a big passing kind of first half for both offenses. So 3rd down and 8. Giants pick is in. Browns are now on the clock. 3rd and 8. Riggs looking over the middle. Another. Oh, he dropped it. I thought it was going to be another completion. Oh, but Lewis Garrett dropped it. He caught it and then he dropped it. Oh, that's unfortunate. So now Bama has to settle for 3. This is going to be a 45-yard attempt. I think it's Smiley as the snapper. Ranks the hold for Shannon Hobbs. 45-yard attempt is good. Barely inside the uprights, but Bama is on the board. There you go, Alabama. Way to get yourself on the board. On the scoreboard. 7-3, 49 seconds left in the first half. Could be in commercial break right now for the New York Giants pick. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Kansas, we got a trade for the 6th overall pick. Cleveland just traded their pick to Kansas City. There's the kickoff to Mike Espy. There's some pretty good return to 24. Eric Robinson right there to bring him down. Yeah, so the Chiefs just traded for the 6th overall pick. Going to be interesting to see what they gave up for it. So the ball's at the 25-yard line. Ole Miss has 44 seconds and all 3 timeouts to see if they can muster up something before the half. Option, Pearson has the edge, perhaps? No, not quite. He gets a few yards. Looks like 3. No timeout called. So it looks like they're just going to run out the rest of this half. Okay, so looks like Kansas City and Cleveland have swapped picks. What did Kansas City have to give up to move up to 6? Figure Kansas City would trade up. I didn't think it was going to be with Cleveland, though. 2nd and 7. This will probably be the final play of the first half. Here's the run by the fullback, and he's just a yard short. Oh, now we call a timeout. What's going on here? That was a fullback run by Rick Rosano. Ole Miss called timeout. What? If you're going to run the rest of the half, just do it. Drop back by Seth Smith. He's going to launch it deep. Incomplete. Intended for SB. That will end the first half. We reach halftime with a 7-3 Ole Miss lead. Second half about to get started. Mike SB battling. That was Mark Gonzalez that was in coverage. Pretty even game aside from perhaps the yardage. No turnovers. Pretty even in first downs and time possession. Yeah, it's just yards that Ole Miss really has the advantage on. So Ole Miss will receive the second half kickoff for Bo Freeland. And this second half is underway. Right now. So kick goes to the 1-yard line. SB brings it out. And brought down to the 21. Brought down at the 21 by Roman Harper. So first down Ole Miss as they take up their first drive of the second half. Yeah, they're definitely a commercial break for the Giants pick. Yeah, so Kansas City and Cleveland swap first round picks. Curious on what Kansas City gave up. Or if that was just a straight up 6 through 9. Here's Seth Smith on the pass. Completion. Almost to the first down. It's at the 30-yard line. That pass completed to Jimmy Brooks, the tight end. It's just short of the first down, so it's actually a 10-yard pass, so second and inches. Here's Seth Smith on second and inches. Throw on the run by Smith. That's intercepted. Anthony Madison breaking tackles inside the 35. The first takeaway of the ball game goes to Alabama. Anthony Madison gets the interception. Seth Smith tried to throw it across his body. Cardinal rule, you can't do that. Sure enough, he did, and Madison made him pay. And now Alabama is set up in Ole Miss territory. They have a shot at the lead with their true freshman quarterback. Exclamation for Bama. Now McClain goes in motion. It's an empty look. He's a pretty good scrambler. I'll give him that. Riggs drops back. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a wobbler, but it's a catchable. Almost caught by Thurman Ward. I thought he had it. It looked like it was a good throw. It's just, yeah, wasn't caught. Ooh, okay. So Giants took Arvell Reese 5th overall. Arvell Reese is finally off the board. I guess it was just a straight up 6 for 9. Guess so. So now McClain goes on second down, not getting much of anything on that second down run. Michael Bozeman with the tackle. Third down coming up for Alabama. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10. No gain on that second down run. 1 of 5 on third downs for Alabama. Ace formation here. Tyrone Glenn goes in motion. Riggs looking to right side. Oh my goodness, again! He's finding the right spots, Riggs is, but the receivers are not hanging on through the contact. So that pass is incomplete. And Alabama's going to go for it for the 34. They're going to go for it on 4th and 10. Big gamble here for Mike Shula and Alabama. I think that's Glenn again in motion. 4th and 10. Riggs looking outside. Knocked away. Incomplete. And the Rebels take over. Pass deflected by Brian Thomas. That one intended for Lewis Garrett. Ole Miss takes over despite the takeaway. Despite the turnover, should I say. So Kansas City's already made their selection. Wonder who they just went with. First down. Fullback run. Rosado brought down immediately. Kyle Tatum was right there on the stop. He was there immediately. See, does Kansas City go offensive line here, or do they take a corner? See who Kansas City takes. 2nd and 11, loss of 1 from the fullback run. Man motion, Tay Biddle in motion. Ramsey Robinson defending. QB draw for Smith, but he is brought down again. Kyle Tatum once again. 3rd down, Ole Miss. Kansas City and Cleveland Browns swapped first rounders. Looks like Cleveland Browns are trading the 6th overall pick for the 9th overall pick, a 3rd and a 5th. Here's Seth Smith and treble, he's sacked. Ramsey Robinson, the nickelback, gets home, and Ole Miss has to punt it away. Big defensive stand by Alabama. Here's the thing, Mike Shula has always been a defensive guy, but he hasn't really been an offensive kind of coach, if that makes sense. Here's Madison on the return, and runs right into traffic and down to the 49. So pretty decent field position for Alabama. Sixth overall pick is still hasn't been announced yet. And Kansas City selects a corner. That's a little interesting. I thought maybe they would go off the tackle, but they didn't. Mansour Delane, corner LSU, is what Kansas City selected. And off goes to LaRon McClain on 1st down. Decent run. Flag is down, though. It's got to be holding. Great. Greg McClain, the tight end, commits a holding call. Dear goodness, it's going to be 1st and 19 for Alabama after that penalty. Not a good situation for Alabama here. With under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Looks like an empty look for the Tide. Oh, it's a QB draw. Riggs up the middle. He's going to get a decent gain out of it. Looks like he got 6 yards on that carry. Got some of the yards back with the penalty. So 2nd down. I don't think the Chiefs should have traded up to get a corner. I think they could have gotten him a little bit later, maybe at pick 9. I don't think Washington or New Orleans were going to take a corner there. Maybe New Orleans could have. Not Washington, though. Riggs dropping back on 2nd to 13. He's looking for the screen to McClain, and he's going to get a few yards, but not too much. 3rd down coming up. Washington's now on the clock. They got some new uniforms, and I'm glad they brought back the... I don't know if I could say it on here or I'm going to get canceled. So I'm just not going to say that. The old Washington uniform kind of look. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 3rd down at 10. Briggs, drop it back. Looking, fires. And it's overthrown. Incomplete. A little bit too far out front. Oh yeah, UCLA continues their winning streak. They're 7-0. Oregon State with a blowout win over Washington to stay undefeated in conference play. 4th and 10 for Alabama after failing to convert a 3rd down. See, did Washington's pick come in? Their pick is in, but they haven't announced it yet. I think they're going offensive line. Yeah, I think they're going offensive tackle. That's SB on the return. He's taken down to the 15. I'm very sure Washington just picked it offensive tackle. But which one did they pick? That'll be the question. There's no way they traded up to 6 to pick a corner. I don't think New Orleans is going to take a corner there, or Washington. Washington didn't exactly need one, neither did New Orleans. Here's Smith on 1st down. Screen play to Pearson. He is behind the line of scrimmage, and he is brought down by Freddie Roach. No chance for that play being successful. So that's 2nd down for Ole Miss. It looks like 2nd and 15. No, 2nd and 14 for the 11. They're going backwards, though. It's not where you want to go. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. I formation for Ole Miss. Looks like Flowers is going to motion. Smith. Drop it back. Looking left side. Caught. It's Flowers, and he's at the 19. So it will be 3rd down. 8 of 14 for 107. A touchdown to the pick for Seth Smith. But it will be 3rd down. Looks like 3rd and 6 for Ole Miss. Minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. Man, this game's going by quick. Really because of hardly any scoring. Smith. Looking right side. Deep, intercepted for the 2nd time. This is Mark Gonzalez. Diaz round to take it all the way. He does! They lost 2 weeks ago to Georgia because of a pick 6. Now they get one to take the lead against Ole Miss. First touchdown for Alabama is an interception return by Mark Gonzalez, the true freshman. And Alabama has their first lead of the game. Oh yeah, about the Commanders pick? Oh. It's Sonny Styles, the linebacker of Ohio State who wowed everybody at the Combine. Here's the extra point try, and it is good for the Crimson Tide. Alabama now up 10-7 on Ole Miss, leading for the first time in this game. Sonny Styles now got selected. Six 243 pounds, and moves very, very fast. He has a 4.46 40, and he's 6'5", 243 pounds. Wow. Whether he could play or not is anyone's guess. Minute 14 left in the 3rd quarter. Alabama kicking off to Ole Miss after the touchdown. Taking to the 3-yard line. Here comes Flowers. Left side to the 21. Yes, Washington picks Sonny Styles, the freak athlete linebacker. So that Ole Miss is down 3 at the 21-yard line. This is the position they did not want to be in. So here comes 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. Pick is in for New Orleans. Here's Smith dropping back. Looks over the middle. Caught. Pearson makes the catch. And it's a first down. Looks like he got across the line. Arkansas took on Florida just earlier today. Arkansas wins 31-17. Auburn dominated Mississippi State at halftime, 35-7. So Auburn still controls their own destiny in the SEC West with that win over Arkansas last week. Well, 2 weeks ago because of the Mississippi bye. First and 10. Tay Biddle in motion. Here is Seth Smith looking left side. Almost picked. Anthony Madison stepped in front. Nearly had himself an INT. No update yet on the New Orleans pick. Just yet. Cleveland Browns are on the clock. See who the Saints are going to take here. Do they take Ruben Bain or do they take a receiver? Second and 10. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ramsey Robinson defending Tay Biddle. Smith looking left side. Almost picked. Almost picked again. My goodness, Ole Miss playing with fire in this third quarter. Already thrown 2 picks in this whole entire third quarter alone. They don't need to throw a third. Now third downs, both teams struggling on this third down conversions. 2 of 7 and 1 of 7. Third and 10. Smith looking left side. It's not the way. Went for SB. Falls to the ground with the deflection. And it's fourth down. Ole Miss will punt. Ole Miss actually beat Alabama with Eli Manning in season 1. Believe it or not. It was last season that it happened. It was like week 9. Madison takes it to the 35-yard line. And it's first down, Alabama. Back in week 9, Ole Miss defeated Alabama 24-21. Alabama was actually 15th in the BCS, 11th at the Coaches Bowl. Yeah, and they lost to Eli Manning's Rebels. First and 10 now for Alabama. Tyrone Glenn goes in motion. 26 seconds left of the third quarter. Ace formation, toss. McClain brought down on the line. Not a smart decision by Alabama to hand it off there. And the tackle was made by Rob Robertson, at outside linebacker. So that goes for a loss of 4, and that will end the third quarter. They're definitely a commercial break for the New Orleans pick. End of the third quarter, Bama leads 10-7 over Ole Miss. 1 quarter to go. Jamie Mitchell telling everybody put your 4s up because it's time for the fourth quarter. Here in Tuscaloosa. Second and 14 for Alabama. Ace formation for the Tide. Man in motion, it's Lewis Garrett. Handoff goes to McClain. Up the middle, right side, watch out! LeRon McClain will take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Alabama's now gone up by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. That one was a 70 or 69-yard touchdown? Yes, sir. 69-yard touchdown. Nice. Extra point coming up for Shannon Hobbs. will make it a 10-point game. 69 yards for LaRon McClain on that run. That one's good. Only took 2 plays to get to the end zone. And now Alabama is ahead by double digits over Ole Miss. Yeah, they're definitely a commercial break for that New Orleans pick. Let's see, did they take Bain or did they take a wideout? I know Cleveland needs an offensive line. Bo Freeland kicking it off. Ole Miss in deep trouble now. It's at the 5-yard line. Flowers returning this one. Uh-oh, watch out to the 30-yard line. And a face mask is called as well. Wow, it's going to be pushed to the 36. Face mask was called on Alabama. Let's see, who grabbed the face mask? I said it was Murray. Vince Murray, the true freshman. Yep. First and 10 for Ole Miss. Trips on the top of the screen. Empty look. Said Smith on a QB draw. Going to get about 2 yards. Before being brought down by Todd Bates, the senior defensive end. He finally got that big in. Nope. Still no. Oh, there you go. Oh, New Orleans did take a wide receiver. Okay. Jordan Tyson, wideout from Arizona State. Oh, they're scared to take Ruben Bain because of what happened. Handoff goes to Rashawn Pearson, and he is brought down. No chance of anything going there. Ahmad Childress was right there. 9 rushing yards total for Ole Miss in this ball game. Alabama has 78. So 3rd and 6 for Ole Miss. They got to get a first down here to keep this game going, keep this game alive. Pick is in for the Browns. Giants will be on the clock. That was the pick they got from Cincinnati with the Dexter Lawrence trade. Pearson up the middle. He's going to be 2 yards short. He's got a pretty good carry. 8 carries for 29 yards, but LaRon McClain, 10 carries for 84 yards and a touchdown. Does Cleveland take it off at the tackle here? Or do they go wide receiver? Giants have an edge already, so now let's see what they'll do here. 4th and 2. Ole Miss is actually going to go for it. This is interesting. This is a big gamble here in your own territory. Hand off to the fullback. He ain't going to get there. Oh my goodness. He didn't get it. D'Amico Ryans, I believe, was there for the tackle on Rick Rosano. And Alabama takes over at Ole Miss territory at the 45. So the big gamble doesn't pan out. Oh no, that was 32. That was Chris James who got the stop. First down, Bama. Handoff goes to McClain. Not going to get that big run this time. Not if Robinson has anything to say about it. That time it was Kelvin Robinson, the strong safety. 5 minutes to play in the game. Alabama has a 10-point lead and is in Ole Miss territory. 2nd and 10. Tyrone Glenn going in motion. High formation and drop back for Riggs. In trouble! He bubbles the football and Ole Miss has got it! First turnover for the Tide in this ball game, and Ole Miss. Michael Bozeman was there for the recovery. Who got the sack? It was Boykin. McKinley Boykin with the strip sack. Michael Bozeman for the recovery. And Ole Miss has it in Bama territory now. 44-yard line. Now in the shotgun, Ole Miss. Hand off to Pearson up the middle. He's going to get just a few yards before being taken down by Childress. 70 rushing yards for Alabama, 16 for Ole Miss. Second down for Ole Miss for the Rebels. 2-yard gain by Pearson at the 42-yard line. And now in motion is Kerry Johnson. Empty look. Smith looking over the middle. Caught! Inside the 15. First down to the 11. I think that was Bill Flowers. And it was. Big completion. It's to the 12-yard line. And Ole Miss still has a chance. Ole Miss has only had 13 red zone drives. Converted all but one to points. Smith fires to Pearson out of the backfield. Runs a man over. Breaks into tackles. Gets a nice gain inside the 5 at the 4. It's going to be 2nd and 2 at this at the 4. Inside the 5, rather. Or is it 2nd and 3? 2nd and 3 at the 5. Ole Miss, 3.5 minutes to go. They're going to have plenty of time if they get this score here. Pearson in motion. They're going to throw out of it. Smith on the run, fires, touchdown. It's Brooks, the tight end. And this is back to a one-score game. Jimmy Brooks, the tight end, makes the catch on the pass of the run by Smith. And just like that, off the turnover, Ole Miss has gotten themselves right back in it. Now Nichols to kick the extra point to make this a 3-point game with 3:24 to go. Cleveland Browns do pick an offensive lineman. That kick is good by Jonathan Nichols. Cleveland decides to take Spencer Fano. That's the first offensive tackle off the board. Offensive tackle out of Utah. Spencer Fano goes to Cleveland. Ruben Bain is still on the board, by the way. Here's the kick now by Nichols with a 3-point deficit. 3-yard line. Here goes Charlie Pepper on the return. Outside. Oh, what are you doing, Pepper? You had the outside. You had a blocker. What is he doing? Giants pick is in. Dolphins are on the clock. Giants didn't need an offensive tackle. They could say Trevor McCoy. If they really want to. Handoff goes to LeBron McClain. What is McClain doing? I don't understand that. Not sure what he was trying to accomplish there, running into the defender. But 2nd down and 9 for Alabama. 1-yard gain on the run, 2nd and 9. If Alabama doesn't get this first down, Ole Miss has got a legit shot of getting the lead. Handoff, McClain up the middle. He's got a nice gain. It's going to be yards short. 93 yards rushing for LeBron McClain. And it's 3rd down. Tackle was made by Calvin Robinson. This is a 3rd and 1 for Alabama from the 35. 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Can Alabama get the first down here? Ace formation for the Tide. Hit. Play fake. Riggs in trouble. Fires. It's dropped. Oh, the pass is dropped. Ole Miss has a shot. Ole Miss actually has a chance. Oh my goodness. These Bama fans are getting restless. Bo Freeland to punt it away again. Mike Espy back to return. Here's the punt by Freeland. He's gonna... Espy will catch it on the run. It's gonna be at the 32-yard line. So Ole Miss has to drive 68 yards down the field to score and take the lead in this ball game. This is going to be interesting. And Giants taking off as a tackle. Francis Mauigoa from Miami. Oh, and the Dolphins traded their pick with Dallas. 2:06 to go. Smith looking right side. No, over the middle, excuse me. Rosano, the fullback. Yep, Rosano, the fullback. With the catch. It's going to be second and short at the 40-yard line. Clock is still moving. It's under 2 minutes now. About a minute 40. Second and 3. Empty look. Smith looking right side. Fires. Caught. It's Flowers. It's a first down. Ole Miss is driving down the field now. 200 passing yards. This was a 17-7 ball game. Bill Flowers, 73 receiving yards in this ball game. Minute and a half left. I think Flowers stepped out of bounds. I think that's why he stopped the clock. Drop it back on first down. Smith in trouble. Wobbler pass. It's complete. That was a miracle that pass was completed. Tay Biddle with the catch uncontested. Freddie Roach was there for the pressure. And a jump ball was caught by Tay Biddle. Chris James was there in coverage. It was tight coverage on that catch. Just like that, it is 2nd and 2 off the 8-yard completion. That probably might go down as one of the most dramatic 8-yard completions we've ever seen. Minute 10 left. QB draw. Sid Smith. Brought down hard. It's a loss of 2. It's Freddie Roach with the TFL. It's 3rd and 4. Less than a minute to play. Ole Miss calls timeouts. I think they're in field goal range. Yes, they are. All they need to do is either play for the field goal or get a first down to keep this drive going. Man in motion. That was Kerry Johnson. Smith, lots of time in the pocket. Left side. Oh, it's dropped by Espy. Oh my goodness, he was wide open. He was wide open, and he could not catch it. 54 seconds left. And they're playing for the field goal. This is the tie the ball game. Full 45 yards away for Jonathan Nichols. Bonds the snapper, Spurlock the holder. Get Jonathan Nichols coming clutch for Ole Miss and tie this ball game up. 45 yards. And it's just through. Tie game with 51 seconds to go. Oh yeah, it's not even going to be half of the draft gone by when this game finishes up. 51 seconds to go. It is a tie ball game. 17-17. Or 17 all. Dolphins are trading for the 11th overall pick to Dallas for the number 12. And 2 5th-rounders. Brother, 1 pick selection is 2 5th-rounders? Jerry Joe. Oh my goodness, no way! Oh no, that's cheating. Oh, that is cheating. Oh, no. Alabama touched it first. No. No. He wasn't out of bounds when he touched that football. No. We gotta discuss this. No. There's no way. Look at this. Look who touches it. It was touched by Bama player who was inbounds. Oh my goodness. Ole Miss just got screwed. Oh no. If Bama wins this, roll out. Riggs fires incomplete. Eric Robinson, 48 seconds left. Georgia Tech ahead of Navy. I mean, come on. This is literally like, what's a good comparison? Indiana playing against Utah. Or maybe Texas against Utah. Except Texas actually struggled with that game. Empty look again, 2nd and 10. Riggs. Lofting one left side. He's got it! Oh my goodness, it's Tyrone Glenn! What a throw by Adam Riggs! Time Alabama! Oh my goodness, 40 seconds left. Bama's at the 10-yard line. Oh my word, Bama just called timeout. It's at the 11-yard line. All they gotta do is run this clock. Ole Miss has to burn some timeouts to give themselves time. LeRon McClain with the handoff. It's gonna be 2 yards. The outside. I'm not sure what Bama's doing. You want to center yourself so you can get a chip shot, a line drive field goal through the uprights. 2-yard gain on that run. Mark Gonzalez, a pick 6. Ben Flowers, 4 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. I would have personally given it to LeBron McClain, who had 90 yards and a touchdown. That 69-yard touchdown. Nice. 37 seconds. 2nd and 8. It's a handoff. McClain again. Brought down. 1 yard gain. Uh-oh. Ole Miss. Ole Miss isn't calling timeout. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is a mistake. This is a mistake by Ole Miss. Why are they not calling timeouts? Here's the thing, though. Ole Miss got screwed because that ball touched the Alabama player inbounds. So that should have just been at the spot, as that was the fullback. That's the true freshman. Because Nick Luke is injured. That was Marcus Martin, a true freshman fullback. So now 8 seconds remain. 4th and 1, and they're going for 3. Shannon Hobbs is 11-12 all season. This is from pretty much 19 yards. This is for the win, pretty much. Let's see if he can make it. And the kick by Hobbs goes through, and Alabama has the lead. Alabama now takes a 20-17 lead with 6 seconds to go. Ole Miss, I am so sorry. You guys got screwed. That was a bad call by the officials. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that a game day slate game, a feature game, would get decided by the referees? The kickoff got touched by a Bama player who was inbounds, and they gave them the ball at the 35-yard line. That doesn't make any sense. Flowers on the return. He has to go down. It's going to be at the 29-yard line. Now they got to do a Hail Mary. The computer's not intelligent enough to lateral the ball, so it's a Hail Mary. If it's blown coverage, Ole Miss wins. This is a Hail Mary attempt by Ole Miss. 4 receivers spread out. Last play of the game. Can Ole Miss get a miracle? Is their prayer in order? Throws it deep. The answer, it's caught, but it's not going to be enough. Kerry Johnson of the catch, and he got hurt on that play too. But it's Alabama who escapes with a victory, stealing one from Ole Miss. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Alabama steals one from Ole Miss and wins 20-17. Unbelievable. Unreal. Bama wins their first streamed game of the season because of the refs. Wow. As the player of the game, I gotta give it to LeRon McClain. 15 carries, 96 yards with a touchdown. What a game this was. Ole Miss 16-27, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks for Seth Smith. 2 touchdowns, 1 to Flowers, 1 to Jimmy Brooks. 2 picks, 1 return for a touchdown. That was Mark Gonzalez. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, so player of the game, like I said before, LeRon McClain, 15 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Thanks so much for tuning in to this doubleheader of NCAA Football 2004 Sim Season 2 Week 9. We're back. And of course, tomorrow we got ourselves some Big 10 and Big 12 matchups. Wisconsin-Purdue, 4:30, 3:30 Central. And Nebraska-Texas A&M at 8/7 Central. Have a good rest of your night, and be sure to pay attention to the draft, see who gets drafted where. I'm Timber Price saying